Imagine a world untouched by noise, a place of absolute serenity, a realm where the air is clean, the water pure, and the land fertile beyond measure. A garden called Eden, a sanctuary of unparalleled beauty, a haven of peace, a testament to the boundless creativity of the divine. In Genesis chapter 2, God plants this sanctuary in the east, a deliberate act of creation, a space set apart for a unique purpose, filling it with every beautiful and nourishing tree. Trees laden with fruit offering sustenance and delight, a visual feast for the eyes and a source of nourishment for the body. 4 rivers flow from Eden, each a life-giving artery, sustaining the lushness and vitality of this extraordinary place. The Pishon, a river shrouded in mystery, its course and location debated for centuries. Gihon, another river of antiquity, its waters believed to possess unique properties. Tigris, a river of great historical significance, flowing through ancient Mesopotamia. And Euphrates, the great river of the West, a cradle of civilization and a witness to countless historical events. This is not just a garden, but a meeting place for the divine and human, a space where the Creator and the created could commune in perfect harmony. A first home of perfect harmony. A place where all needs were met and all desires fulfilled. Eden is described with wonder, a place of unparalleled beauty and abundance, a testament to the creative power of God. Rich soil, fragrant blossoms, and the gentle sounds of nature. A symphony of sensory delights, a place where the earth itself seemed to sing. There is no fear, hunger, or shame here, only a sense of perfect security and contentment, only peace. A deep, abiding peace that permeates every aspect of existence. At the garden's center stand 2 trees, not merely as botanical specimens, but as symbols of profound significance. The tree of life, promising immortality and unending vitality, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, offering the allure of wisdom, but at a cost. Their presence introduces tension and possibility, a hint of the choices that lie ahead. The garden is a gift, a freely given blessing, but it comes with a single rule, a boundary line drawn in the sand, a test of freedom and obedience, a challenge to the very nature of humanity's relationship with the divine. Eden is more than a backdrop. It's not just scenery, it's a stage for the drama of innocence and choice, where the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. The story invites us to step into this world, to imagine ourselves within its borders, to feel its warmth and potential, to experience the allure of its beauty and the weight of its choices. For centuries, artists and poets have tried to capture its lost beauty, to recreate its splendor in their works. Eden represents our longing for a world without pain, a world free from suffering and sorrow, a dream of paradise, a vision of perfect harmony and unending bliss. But the story is not just about a place, it's not simply a geographical location, it's about the choices that shape our lives, the decisions that determine our destiny. The trees symbolize the possibilities before humanity, the paths that lie open to us. The rule in Eden holds the structure of paradise together, maintaining the delicate balance of creation. The story of Eden is ultimately about the human condition, about our inherent capacity for both good and evil, the nature of choice and the longing for grace, the eternal struggle between temptation and redemption. Genesis, the book of beginnings, opens with not one but 2 creation stories, each a distinct tapestry woven with different threads. These narratives aren't just historical accounts, they're profound explorations of what it means to be human, our relationship with the divine, and the very nature of existence, each offering a unique perspective, a different lens through which to view the dawn of humanity. They present contrasting viewpoints, inviting us to consider the multifaceted nature of creation. The first is cosmic, a grand, sweeping panorama of universal formation. God speaks, his voice echoing through the void, and the universe unfolds in majestic order. Light separating from darkness, land from sea, a symphony of creation orchestrated by divine will. Stars ignite, galaxies swirl, and the cosmos takes shape in breathtaking splendor. Humanity, male and female, is created in God's image, a reflection of the divine within the mortal. Placed as the crowning act of creation, stewards of this newly formed world, the second story is intimate. God forms Adam from dust, a craftsman meticulously shaping his creation. and breathes life into him, imbuing him with spirit and consciousness. This act is personal, almost parental, a tender moment of creation, establishing a deep connection, a bond forged in the very act of creation. Between creator and created, a relationship of profound significance. Adam is sculpted from earth, a tangible connection to the world around him, not just spoken into being, but carefully crafted with intention and purpose. In this version, Adam is alone at first, a solitary figure in a vast garden. God sees his solitude, recognizing the inherent need for companionship, and decides to make a companion, a partner to share his life and purpose. Animals are created and named, a display of Adam's dominion and intellect. But none are true partners. None can truly fill the void of loneliness. This highlights the unique nature of human connection, the deep-seated need for companionship and understanding. Eve is then created, not as an afterthought, a mere addition, but as a solution to loneliness, a deliberate act of love and compassion. The focus shifts from cosmic order, the grand design of the universe, to relationship and companionship, the intimate bonds that define human existence. The story grounds humanity in both earth and the divine, a dual heritage of the physical and the spiritual. It's about connection between God and humans, a sacred and unbreakable bond, and between humans themselves, the foundation of society and community. Adam's loneliness makes Eve's creation deeply meaningful, a testament to the power of companionship. This version is about love, society, the intricate web of human relationships, and the origins of human partnership, the very essence of what it means to be together. God causes Adam to sleep, takes a rib, and creates the woman. Adam's response is poetry. This at last is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. These words declare kinship and shared existence. Adam sees Eve as an essential part of himself, a deep, unbreakable bond. This moment ends solitude and begins human community. The poem's language and reinforces their connection. Adam names her as his counterpart, not subordinate. The poem sets a template for relationships, mutual recognition, and shared essence. It's the emotional core of Genesis 2, presenting unity and equality. Adam and Eve are made of the same substance, perfect partners. This idea has shaped centuries of thought about love and marriage. The first poem is a timeless celebration of finding one's other half. The Bible, in its original text, never explicitly names the forbidden fruit that led to the fall of humanity. It simply refers to it as the fruit, leaving its identity shrouded in mystery. So, with such ambiguity in the source material, why do we almost universally picture an apple when we think of the forbidden fruit? What twist of fate or clever association led to this specific fruit becoming synonymous with sin? The answer, as is often the case with cultural symbols, lies in a fascinating interplay of language, artistic interpretation, and historical context. In Latin, the word malum carries a dual meaning. It signifies both evil, representing wickedness, and sin, and quite literally apple. This linguistic pun, which gained widespread recognition and was heavily popularized in the Vulgate translation of the Bible, proved to be a potent source of inspiration for artists across Europe. European painters readily embraced the apple as the visual representation of the forbidden fruit. It was easy to paint, its round shape and vibrant color lending itself well to artistic expression, and it was instantly recognizable to audiences familiar with the biblical narrative. Through countless depictions in art, the apple became firmly cemented as the fruit of the fall, forever linking it to the story of Adam and Eve. This is despite the fact that the apple is nowhere to be found in the original Hebrew or Greek texts of the Bible. Over time, the apple's symbolism grew beyond its initial association with the fall, absorbing meanings and connotations from various other cultural traditions and mythologies. It became a symbol of love, representing beauty and perfection, and even discord, as seen in the myth of the golden apple. But it is its role as the forbidden fruit that has truly defined its cultural significance. By becoming inextricably linked to the story of Adam and Eve, the apple became a potent symbol of temptation, the allure of the forbidden, and the tragic loss of innocence. This remarkable transformation serves as a powerful illustration of how culture, through language and art, can profoundly shape our understanding and interpretation of even the most ancient and sacred stories. The apple's journey, from a simple linguistic pun to a globally recognized icon of temptation, is a compelling reminder of the dynamic and ever-evolving nature of stories and their meanings. Art and language, in their own unique ways, possess the extraordinary power to alter a story's meaning and impact, potentially forever changing its cultural legacy. And so, the apple endures, not just as a fruit, but as a powerful and enduring symbol of temptation, the allure of the forbidden, and the poignant loss of paradise. So, before most people could read, they learned Bible stories through art. Artists didn't just illustrate, they interpreted, adding drama and emotion. Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel fresco captures the temptation and expulsion in a single powerful scene. Adam and Eve's transformation from innocence to shame became the definitive image of the fall. John Milton's Paradise Lost added psychological depth, giving Adam, Eve, and even Satan complex motivations. Milton's Eve seeks independence, Adam falls out of love. These interpretations filled gaps in the biblical text, giving characters faces and inner lives. But they also introduced cultural biases, Eve as temptress, women as more susceptible to sin. Art and literature didn't just retell Genesis, they co-authored a tradition that shapes our views today. The story's legacy is a blend of text, image, and imagination. The forbidden fruit story is a meditation on human freedom. Adam and Eve's innocence is unknowing. They're good because they know no alternative. The command not to eat introduces choice, and with it, freedom. The tree marks the threshold between innocence and moral awareness. Philosopher Kierkegaard called this the dizziness of freedom, the anxiety of real choice. Adam faces the terrifying possibility of disobedience. The story shifts from sin to the birth of self-awareness. The fall is not just about punishment, but about awakening to responsibility. We all face our own forbidden fruit moments, choices that define us. Eden becomes a metaphor for leaving innocence behind and embracing the burden of freedom. Eve's role as helper has often been misunderstood as subordinate. The Hebrew word Ezer actually means strong rescuer, used for God as Israel's help. Eve is Adam's Ezer Kenegdo, a powerful equal partner. Kenegdo means corresponding to him, face to face, not beneath. Eve is the strength Adam lacks, not an assistant. This reading transforms the story into one of partnership, not hierarchy. Modern scholarship reframes Eve as essential, not secondary. The story models mutual strength and equality. Genesis envisions a radical partnership, not male dominance. In the 1980s, geneticists discovered all humans share a common maternal ancestor, mitochondrial Eve. She lived in Africa 150,000 to 200,000 years ago. Mitochondrial DNA, passed from mother to child, allowed scientists to trace our ancestry back to her. She wasn't the only woman alive, but her lineage alone survived to today. Mitochondrial Eve is not the biblical Eve, but a symbol of our shared origins. The idea captures our longing for a common story. It reminds us that despite differences, we are one family. Science and myth both seek to answer where we come from. Adam and Eve's story is often read as a tale of sin and punishment. But it's also about the transition from innocence to experience and the complexity of love, freedom, and knowledge. The traditional blame placed on Eve has fueled centuries of misogyny. Feminist thinkers challenge this, urging us to reconsider the text. The forbidden fruit effect shows we desire what's off limits. Eden is the oldest example. The story asks, do we value knowledge over safety, freedom over obedience? It's not a simple morality tale, but a mirror for our deepest questions. The power of Eden lies in the enduring questions it asks about choice, blame, and what it means to be human.